Tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4 TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top number 50, you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4 TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. To the perfect cup, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4 TV, he's the showstopper. Eyeball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
VP4 TV.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good evening, people. Welcome back to VP4 TV. We're here for a match that I wasn't prepared for. Slim let me know about it. Welcome to Slim. Welcome to Professor Dabs. We have a match with Albinario coming up and NS War, one lost side at the top of the hour. Now, there's good news for you people because all my macros are broken again. So I've not even got John Virgo. So I'm going to have to fix that again. I don't know why I keep losing them, but anyway, they're all gone, so there'll be none of that tonight. This is a predecessor to what is supposed to be the main event of the evening. We've got Mooncake coming up against Silent but Deadly in an hour's time, so not sure whether this match is going to be finished. We've had two other matches earlier today. We had Cobra. That would have been round 4, wouldn't it? The match between Cobra and Acero, and Cobra got over the line in that one. I mean, it was running. There was a threat that Acero could get back in it, but it never sort of really materialised. So Cobra probably won't be overall excited by his performance. He made a couple of mistakes, but generally still very solid. He's playing at a high level. We'll get this match with Spectre Dawn and Bedhead coming up midweek. So we'll get big matches now. There's no other way about it. You're up against a tough guy. We had a match also covered by Slim. Slim covered the Acero match, and he also covered the Bankster RTX 5090 match, which, well, what a battle that turned out to be. And probably a bit of a surprise. Bankster held his nerve, held himself together, and would you believe it, he got himself through by the odd couple of racks. And it's amazing what can happen if you can stick in there until the deep end of the match. But I think it was moving to and fro all the way through that match. So very well done to Bankster. So this room is up. Let's get ourselves in, if we can get in. And we are good to go.
What a fantastic play. Absolutely incredible.
Oh, here we go with the lag. We've got NS Ward representing the USA, Albinario, of course, representing Sweden. I haven't seen NS War play at all in years. I would guess he's up against it against Albie, but we've seen what happened earlier today. If you can keep yourself in the mix, anything can happen. NS War breaks off, and not a lot happening for him. Albie's got a shot in the one. Sorry, my bad. Whatever. Right off the bat, I've made a mistake. This cue ball's going to leak away here. He wants to hope he bumps something up in that top left to get on this too. And not hook himself. And I think he's okay. So Steve's still tramping about the mountains. I don't know when he's going to be back. Probably another good week or so. But what you need against Albie is a good start, and he's already in trouble here because, again, the cue ball wants to mess about up in that short rail by the look of it. Yeah, he's controlled it well, though. He's going to have to get another good one, because, again, the cue ball just wants to go elsewhere. That 6 ball is in the way. Well, he's managed to... I think he managed to affect the line of it. Difficult to judge. Of course, there is trouble up ahead, the usual thing. And we'll have a quick look. Well, one thing for certain, the 7 definitely does go 100%. And they'll already have had a quick look at that. And I can see the light bar is going across, so I'm managing to train some of you guys to get in there straight away. Get that done. Actually, I checked my live streams, was it yesterday or something? And of course, I've got the light bar up as far as 12. That's a sort of reasonable target. But actually, one of my videos had 17 likes. Since I put this light bar in the bottom of the screen. 17, that's a bloody world record for me. So thank you very much. Just keep up the good work. Oh dear. And there's a typical example there of what happens with the underdog when they can't get the job done. Got to see it through, and Albinario is going to get off the hook here. And yeah, again, I think Slim said it earlier as well. You just cannot do that at this level now in the tournament. If you're doing that stuff, that is digging a hole for yourself. You are not helping your future prospects in the tournament, let alone the match. And the 1 ball is going to no fixed abode. It's no good there. And, well, I don't know whether he planned that or not, but he almost pulled it off. So straight away, NS War's got a chance to redeem himself here. And you would think already we're only in the second rack, but he's got to try and pull this off. Now, this 4 ball, does it need to go up into the top pocket, I think? Or can he dab this into the side? Oh, I think he can dab it into the side. And now, of course, he's going to be interfering with the 6, and goodness knows, I should say, as to what's going to happen here. He could end up with a double kiss and nothing. It could end up coming across the table for the other side pocket. Your guess is as good as mine. Or it could end up like that, where he's got a very, very dodgy long bedhead cut. He's got a bank. He fancies it. Oh, that looks beautiful. That is absolutely dead weight. Dead weight. But now, again, is he going to dab this in dead weight? Or is he going to stun it across? He could scratch doing that. I don't know whether he can hold the line and stop going into the 8 ball. Well, he's played the stun. Oh, I tell you, he diced with death. Is he on the knuckle? Is he on the knuckle? No, he isn't. He's fine. Got to just hold his nerve. Again, don't let the cue ball just run out and scratch here. I'm sure he's got a lot more common sense than to do something daft like that. See where the cue ball wants to go. But anyway, he has redeemed himself. 1 apiece. We've got, well, of course, there's one big match tonight, apart from the 2 matches that we've got here, but we've got the World Cup final coming up at 8 p.m. British Summer Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Now, that'll be 2 p.m. Central Time, I think. And that'll be 12 noon Pacific Time. We have Argentina defending world champions up against Spain. Everybody over here in England, I don't mean Scotland, but in England, they all want Spain to win. We all know why. Well, that wiped its feet has gone in. That 3 ball's it's got half a pocket, just to the jaw. Well, he's bumped to 7. Now, this is just touchy. I mean, you should still expect him to get it. Played it well enough. I didn't have time to update my schedule, obviously, with that Albinario match coming on. I was actually in watching Slim's stream, so I never had time to check my macros and everything were working. Obviously, I found that out to my cost. But nevertheless, we will prevail. And guess what? Is going to find himself in the lead. Rack number 3. Ball into the side was the 1 ball. Cue ball. Oh, he's barely got an edge there on that too. Yeah, I think he should have actually thought a bit more about that, because to me that he could have found a push out somewhere. So that wasn't very well thought through. He took his own bait there, thinking he could maybe cut that in. I'm not even sure he could get enough of it to do it, but now Albinario. Well, Albinario's immediate problem is getting good on the 4. I think he can go through and drop between the 6 and 8 here. And that's pretty well done. And he might have ended up too straight, though. Yeah, he's bolt straight. It's a straight draw. Longer pot in the 5. Shouldn't really have any issues here. So Albinario battling for survival in the 1 loss side. But Albinario's been there and done that. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time that he finds himself coming off the wrong end of a Cobra match and ending up there. But he's came through enough of them as well to get revenge. The other thing I forgot about is that the Open Championship may well be just coming down the 18th right now, the final players. I watched a little bit of it in the afternoon before I had a nap, and then before I joined the Bankster match Slim stream. And I don't really know what's happening. It's probably the first year. Bear in mind that the Open Championship isn't shown in terrestrial television over here anymore. You have to have Sky, you have to have a subscription, or you have to do what I do and find a decent stream, which I can do. But it's really the first year I've not really given the full attention I normally do to the Open. Normally sit and watch it for hours on end, but I haven't done at all this year. Albinario quickly redressing the balance here, 2 apiece into rack number 5, and going to find himself in the lead in a minute. Uh-oh, needs to just bump that 8, yeah, just bumped it, threatened to go ugly very quickly there. You know, sometimes there's just minute things happen. Everything could be sailing along fine. And then suddenly you just get yourself very slightly out of line. That cue ball could have just dropped behind the 8. It's amazing how things look as if they're going swimmingly, and then suddenly you're dumped in a hole. But 3-2. Solid break again. 7 ball right side as we look at the 9 ball. It's gone. Bye-bye. There's a quick way to finish a rack. First one of the night. And now we have daylight. And from that, we then go dry. So now the pressure's on NS War. Pressure's on because he's trailing. And he's got to show to Albinario that, given the chance, he's gone a bit far through here on this 2 ball, by the way. I don't think that was the best played shot. I think he wanted to be a little bit closer so it's easier for control. See, we're going to be playing everything at distance now. And that's the one thing that, you know, you're either at the upper echelons in the positional play, or you're sort of knocking on the door. And this could be trouble if he doesn't get this sweet. And there you go. And that's how easy it is just to get yourself out of line, lose your opportunity. The chance is gone. And he got lucky from the point of view that he hasn't given Albie a clean shot at it. Oh, it's just gone in. I thought he was going to stick in the jaws there with that 3 ball there for a second. And this also could be a 3-rack gap in about a minute's time. And the danger bells should be ringing for NS War. But again, I would go back to the fact that although he was a regular in Virtual Pool 3, again, being from the States, I don't see that he's on in the middle of the night. If he is getting table time, I have no idea. But certainly nowhere near probably the amount of table time he would need to threaten Albinario. That still remains to be seen, but already we've got a mini crisis here. It's suddenly gone to 3. A ball into the right side pocket. A shot in the 1. But again, just a sort of loose positional shot there from NS War in that last rack. And that's what cost him. And that's another lesson for anybody watching. You just cannot be casual with your shots. If you're casual, you're going to run out of line, or you're going to make you're going to make everything multiply in difficulty as you move on, and that's exactly what happened. He just left the 3-ball long, and hereby endeth the lesson. Races to 15, remember, on the one-loss side, and this next match coming up exactly the same. And Albie's already got a very handy comfort zone, 4 racks and counting. Might be dry this time though. Straight away, NS War's got a decision to make here. The 1 ball is not comfortable either way, and now he has to maybe think about trying to work out a safety here. He may well just be going for the cut. Oh, he's had a bump. He's had a nice little bump, unless that 4 ball gets in the way. That was well played. And I think the problem with this shot is he's got to take his medicine here and just leave this 3 ball as it is, unless he starts trying to do acrobatics. That's really all of it he could do, but he could have done maybe just getting a wee soft roll through for a shallower angle in the 3. He's going to have the cut in the 4. He's got to get across the table. And he's managed to do that. Now, well, is it up and down? Up and down looks a simpler shot to me, rather than trying to be cutesy pie. Well, again, he's not played that well at all. That is really poor. He's got to go up and down. And again, it's just going back to the previous couple of racks where he's just letting the cue ball go loose and trying to get away with the VP4 escape. And there's a mistake again because of it. You know, you think he'd learn his lesson in that rack earlier on, but no. He had to overhit that so the cue ball can back off the bottom rail there and get back up. He's asking too much of himself. Where's this cue ball going? Well, there's a gift. There is a gift. You've got to take this opportunity here. So he's going to roll through. Now, I would just like to be right on the bottom rail here, because that way I'm going forward and just coming off the rail and out for the into the side. Now he's dead straight on the 7. So again, it's just a straight draw. Well, he managed to be able to go forward. He's sort of in line. Cue ball's going to come off the rail for the 9 ball, probably into the same pocket, or maybe into the top pocket. Well, this is a lifeline and a half. That scratch from Albie. But we've already had 2 examples from the same player of issues caused because he's just not getting there with the cue ball to continue his run. He's sort of bottling out and playing the right shot, trying to get away with it. See when you're playing virtual pool and you're trying to get away with it all the time, it's a recipe for disaster. You're relying on long pots, long cuts, and all of that stuff. And it just ain't going to happen for you doing that. So the push out played. I don't think Albie will be able to resist this, but he's got to watch he doesn't scratch. I think he'll need to dig into the cue ball if he's playing the pot. Oh, he's played the bump. He had a perfect line to play the bump. And see, again, The push out had to be, he had to leave it thinner on that one ball that he was leaving available to Albie, because that was too much of an invite for Albinario. So now he's made another mistake with the poor push out. He was leaving the bait there for Albie, and it was just too much to refuse. And if he's not fully aware of what level Albinario plays at, he's going to get an object lesson in it, if he's not already had it. Just do not lose focus. You've got to play everything solid. Your push-outs have to be a lot better than that, because the result is inevitable. It's now 7-3. 4 ball into the right side. 1 ball comes right back into play. The table is wide open. And guess where this is going, folks? Have a guess. You've only got one guess, but you know what's happening. So we are 22 minutes into this match. We've got the other match at the top of the hour at 8 p.m. Now, has Albie gone dead straight in this? Yes, he has. Just a straight drop. Or again, he just tweaked it forward. Whatever you're comfortable with, he could have done either or. Not, he would have always been getting there. We are at 8-3. I'll be halfway home already after 20 odd minutes. And nothing doing. Well, there's a thin cut in the one, but there's also a safety on. You see that again, this is down to this 9-ball mentality. 9-ball mentality is, see the shot, go for it. And he's got that all wrong. And he's going to get a little escape here. Got a roll. Of course, now in the position that NS War's in, he's feeling pressure to just go for shots to try and find his way back into this. But that is generally going to backfire on him. And Albinario gets a hit, and he gets a roll this time. This one, if it misses the pocket, well, if it had missed the pocket there, it was going in. And Albie, this is probably the toughest shot he's got here, is potting this one and getting on the 2. And again, solid shot out into the table, on the 2, everything there. And no doubt on where this is headed. Is Albie going to play this? Well, I think he's going to be maybe forced into doing it, just to play it down past the side pocket. And it's off the rail, so you don't go flush too soon. Maybe Albie wants to see this Mooncake silent but deadly match. Maybe that's part of his urgency here to get this done. Perfect in the 7. It's 9-3. Two ball right side. Shot in the 1. Well, problem obviously where the 3 balls landed. 3 ball does go into the side, but it's just a horrible position to try and get to have any shot in it, and they might probably just leave it as it is, take his medicine, maybe have a go at the combo. He's not in the ideal line. Yeah, it was not a gimme, far from it. But it's another opportunity here for NS War to find his way out. Got to just dab this and keep the 3 ball there. Now, there's a little gap between the 5 and the 6. He's managed to actually sharpen up the angle to come up the middle of the table. That'll work. Again, a little dab back here. This is something that's difficult to play with a trackball mouse, what I'm talking about here. See that shot? See that shot there? That is a prime example of a shot that is so difficult to execute with a trackball mouse. You have to have a normal mouse to be comfortable playing that type of shot. Larry hasn't worked that out yet. And that's no good. And the 9 ball's blocking the bank. Yeah. Oh, what the hell do you do here? Do you have a blast and hope you get lucky? Because I don't think he's got many. Well, he managed to squeeze that in. Wow, look at that. Half a pocket he had. He got it in. Fair play to him. But he's got to see it through, though. Doesn't want to go way inside. Doesn't want to go way inside. Well, my rule of thumb with this shot is you see it and you shoot it, because if you've played VP4 long enough, you see that and you shoot it. That's my attitude to these shots. And he's nailed it. Well, it threatened to go pear-shaped, but, you know, that was a good recovery bank there that he played. I didn't hear anything go. Well, there is, however, good news for NS War. Albie's only get the push out to play now. Again, he's going to play up into the kitchen. There's no way that he's coming down this end of the table here, because that's asking for trouble. He's just looking at the line that he wants to leave the 1 ball. Well, he's going to be put back in because Albie wanted to leave more of an edge and he's not left him anything. And of course, naturally, Albie's been put back in. Albie didn't get that right. He wanted to leave something exposed in the 1 ball and he actually ended up blocking it. And the push out's backfired on Albie. And now NS War has to prove himself here. You just got to watch the touch and the shot here. Watch that 3 ball. And again, he's walked straight into the trap. You know, the 3 balls there, the cue balls come in that direction. You've got to check it a bit to avoid that. You know, I could see that a mile away before he even came to play the shot. The 3 balls going to interfere if you get in there. Well, it could be a 2-9 combo for all we know. If he could actually see the rail, I don't know that he can. No, he can't. He can't get there. And the cue ball's headed south. And it's, well, I think, look at where the 4 ball's just finished. That was threatened to be a lifeline until Albie had ball in hand with the 2-9 combo, so that quickly snuffed that rack out. 3 ball into the side. 10 racks to 4 is the lead. And, well, there is no way NS War's getting back into this. What the hell happened there? Well, I get kicked to the lobby. That was nice. That's happened 1 or 2 times. That's happened for me. Just straight to the lobby. And straight back in. You all seen it, folks. But anyway, Albie's at the table. And trying to get in as good a line as he can, and that is pretty good. Again, this has got to be dead weight because that 4 ball has to stay there. Well, having said that, he's gone the other way. Now he's got a testy one in the side. I'm surprised he played that. I thought he would have just dabbed that dead weight just to keep the 4 ball there, but maybe the angle meant the 4 ball was always wanting to get away. I don't know. But he's given himself more work to do here. And he's got to watch the cue ball as well, because he's right in the rail. There's very little he can do. He's jacking up. Yeah, see the angle here. I don't know that he's going to scratch. If he just plays this dead weight, he might get away without the scratch into the corner. And that's maybe why he's a bit of 2 minds here. That's what he's concerned about. Now he's made his mind up. He is going to jab at this. And again, very well played. Just because, you know, playing ball, there was always a threat that cue ball wanted to head toward those jaws in that pocket, and he had to take evasive action. How's he sitting here? Well, it looks as if it wants to come down the short side, doesn't it? And he's played the big stunt. And just overcooked it a tad. Now, of course, you can let the cue ball roll here as long as he's not going to scratch, and I'm sure that he can see the line for the scratch. So he's just getting into the table, and that was perfect. And Albie goes to 11, the lead goes to 7. The break off, 5 ball into the top right. Well, he's... I mean, he could try the thin cut down the rail, but this one's very much dicing with the side pocket, this 1 ball. A nice little bump onto that 3 ball to hold for the 2, but that was a tough ask to get that 1 ball to hold that rail. So another opportunity here. NS War's having a look around at where he's going. His first problem is this shot straight away is getting back up the table. Big distance to travel. And, well, the best thing that happened was hitting the 8 ball there to kill the pace and hold the cue ball, which he's done. The only problem is hitting the 8 ball has created an issue for the 3. It's now blocked. Well, is he going to try and duck and dive here? Because this is touchy if he's going to try anything like that. It looks like he's playing the combo. The 4 balls. It's got lots of par jaw, this 4 ball, if he's going to do that. And he hasn't played the shot at all to get. He's trying to come out over the other side, get into the table. Now he's got to use the 6 ball here. Now see if you play the cut onto the 6 ball, thin cut onto the 6. What's he doing? Is he going for a bank? He could use the 6 ball as a stopper and head to the long grass down table here. Now he's lined up the bank again, not quite, but he's going to get second prize. Needed a roll of the ball, he's got it. Could kick this into the other corner though. I mean, because of the vicinity that he's in, he's not far away from this to get a good hit on this 4 ball. He could pot it. Well, it isn't going in. What's the roll like? Well, I don't know. I mean, yes, he can pot the 4. You know, that's a given. Can he rub that 9 ball and head up table from it? Oh, he's caught it too much. I see there was the issue. Whether he was going to be able to scrape that line edge of that 9 ball or whether he was going to get it too thick. Well, this is, you've just got to go for it. It's off the rail. I mean, you've just got to trust your eye line. Get this thin enough. And again, difficult, was never easy. But this asks the question of Albie. What's he going to do? Is he going to... Well, I think there's not much doubt of what's going to happen here. He's going for the pot. The cut down the rail. Cue ball out into the table. He might not have necessarily an easy 7 ball. Far from it. I mean... Well, the cue ball's come right out into a very good line. He's judged that exceptionally well. And this is how tough it is. You know, if you end up getting deep into these tournaments, as NS War is finding out, you know, sooner or later you're going to bump into players like Albie, and immediately you're finding out that you're nowhere near the level required to be competitive against this guy. You've got to be top drawer. And any weaknesses in your game are going to be well and truly found out. Well, here's the one that could go funny. There's loads of room. Watch that 8 ball. He's well away from that and he's landed good. Well, this is tightish, this 6 ball. It's tightish. And you see how it wants to run away there? It ran away at the far jaw and it went in. Oh, any other day, it could have popped out a bit further. Well, Albinario was on that wrong end of a beating there from Cobra the other day. But he's got the big incentive to get himself back over to that final for revenge. He's got work to do to get there, though. But he ain't going to be any walkover, whoever comes up against him. It's a tough ask to stay consistent enough, long enough to take the match deep enough towards those 15 racks if you're going to cause Albinario problems. Albi just 2 away after 40 minutes. And that is no good. Again, Albinario not trying to do anything elaborate, taking what he's got, coming across for the 3-8 combo. The angle I don't like so much. Where's the 3 going? In fact, tell a lie. Again, he'd half a pocket and he blasted it straight in. From first glance from me up above, it looked as if he didn't have much room to get that in, but once you get down behind the queue, you can see that he had a solid shot into that corner past the 8. Well, NS Wars going to get the full treatment here. He might already have played his last shot, for all we know, because Albinario will be on the hill. So Albi breaking for the match. Four ball right side pocket again. And what's he got in the one? Not a lot. So again, one ball's a big target for a kick shot, but you don't want to hit this too hard. Well, see, I don't think he gave that a chance. If he'd played it right, he might have stuck the cue ball there behind those balls. Let's have a look. Oh, I'll be trying to come around the corner, is he? Use that 2 and 9. And using it very well. So now Albinario with ball in hand has the path to victory laid out in front of him here. Just looking at where he should be playing the one ball from. Now, I think this is just a brush through here. Or he's going to hold it. Yeah, he's holding it. Well, you've run your race, NS War. You're in with the big boys now at this end of the tournament. And Albinario just about to complete the proceedings. And we are 15 minutes away from that match with Mooncake and Silent but Deadly. And we saw how solid he played in his last match against Larry. And that's maybe a very similar scenario, that match coming up between Mooncake and SBD, because Mooncake again is one of these players who's not around a lot, and to hit the ground running in this match, he's going to have to. If he's going to stay with SBD, he's not going to be favourite, but he's got a chance if he can hang in there. So Albinario, well done to him. Very typical Albinario performance, to be honest with you. NS was happy that he actually got 4 wins, and I suppose that's exactly where you take it as it is, except that you're just going to that level that's one level too many for you, and be happy with what you did. And he should be. Right, so what the hell's happening here? That's all reset itself as well. VP4 playing up again. Why is it not going to the actual tournament? Why is it not going to the tournament page? Something's going amiss here, by the way. Anyway, Mooncake, Silent but Deadly, is coming up very soon. I'm going to do a quick test here. Just give me a second. I am going to try and load a presentation and see if it fixes this. Right, what I've done is I've loaded a backup presentation to see if that fixes things for me. It probably won't.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh yes, it has. John Virgo is back. I maybe just need to change the names again because yeah, I have to edit Larry out. It's always good to have a backup. Just edit Larry out. Put in Mooncake. Let's just test a few things.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
When things look bad, and it looks like you're not gonna make it, then you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
What a fantastic play! Absolutely incredible. What a fantastic play! Absolutely incredible.
Welcome to VP4 TV. We have live streams from all the major championships held in VP4 online. On many occasions, I'm also joined in the commentary booth by virtual pool game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka 9ball.com, aka Hugh.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, how sad, never mind.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back to VP4 TV. Yes, Hazard, the likes are moving across. Ever since I put that little like bar, it's given you all a target to help me get to that target of 12. We're still short, but we've got plenty of time. So we're here for the second match this evening. Albinario comfortably through. We've got Mooncake up against Silent but Deadly. Mooncake's going to have to raise his game. But while we wait, we've got 7 minutes or so before things start kicking off. Let's have a quick. Now it suddenly goes to the 9-ball World Championship. VP4 getting a wee bit dodgy for me, by the way. Right, we have these 2 matches on the schedule. We've got the one coming up, but we've got a big one with Bedhead and Spectre Dawn Wednesday evening at 8:30. I'll be there for that because I'm obviously my days off then. And that's going to be a biggie. It's going to be a big battle between those two. And of course, Spectre Dawn, we all know the story with Spectre Dawn. He's obviously got to overcome people like Bedhead, Albinario and Cobra to win one of these damn things. And it's always asking a lot to be able to be consistent enough to take them out, possibly once, if not twice, in the tournament to get there. He's given himself a chance at it, though. It's going to be a good one, I think, between those two. So, we'll start on the winner's side. We've got Albinario. Cobra. My bad. Cobra is through to the hot seat match. Further down, we've got the 2 guys battling it out to join him in that hot seat match, the one we've just talked about. If we go over to the one lost side, we can see from top to bottom what's happening there. We have the match coming up, SBD against Mooncake. If we go further down, Albinario lies in wait. So this is how difficult these tournaments become. You've got the most successful player in virtual pool, the most titles. Well, folk would argue the toughest player in the game that you're up against if you win this match tonight. It's a huge ask, big task ahead for both of these players, but Albinario is lying in wait. Further down, we have Bankster, who came through that battle earlier on this afternoon with a graphics card. Great result for Bankster. But now you get the feeling that he's gone one step too far. With greatest respect to Bankster, he's up against another solid opponent, One Pocket Slim. And that might be just one step too far for Bankster. Slim has got too much going on, I think, to be overcome by Bankster. I know that Slim can't be taking Bankster lightly and pushing the boat out, because, Bankster will battle, he will battle, but it might be one step too far. And the bad news for Slim, if he does come through, or Bankster, is Acero lies in wait. Acero aggressive, Probably too aggressive at times. Maybe it went partially to why he ended up losing against Cobra earlier today, just pushing the boat out one too many. And he'll have a chance to carry on in the tournament against either of those two guys. So that's where we're at. We're getting to the business end. The hot seat match will be played Wednesday. And then, of course, they'll have time to wait for things to take shape and complete themselves on that one-loss side. So there's a lot of big matches coming up. And we've got that to look forward to. Liquid's looking for a cowboy doubles tournament. He's got a slim chance of getting that. He could plat Fog before he could actually get a game of cowboy doubles going on a Sunday night in Virtual Pool 4. I'll tell him that. Right, so how far have we got? We've got about 3 minutes to go. Somebody tell me if the Open Championship's been won yet. I have no idea what's happening. We are an hour away or so from the World Cup final. I can go back as far as 1970 to remember my first World Cup final between Brazil and Italy, I think it was. Was it? That wasn't an early round match. Anyway, that's how far back I go. I was 6 years old in 1970, but I do remember it. I remember Pele, Jairzinho, Rivellino. I mean, what a team that was. What a team. So, we'll be back very soon. Here's what the Americans say. We'll be back very soon, people, after a word from our sponsors.
He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4 TV. He's wild and he's free. I'm on top, number you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, like from the Jill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, like from the Jill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way. Taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4 TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
Right, folks, the room is up. We're in. We're ready to go, as is Silent but Deadly. SBD for the rest of the night. Mooncake is in. We'll have the lag. And Mooncake wins the lag. Welcome, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button. We've not got far to go. Race to 15. No jump queues. Break boxes in play. Golden breaks are on. And rack money is on. The rack is further up the table. And the break is right. First one of the night. SBD, well, he hasn't made a choice yet. I take it he's awake. I take it we don't have an issue. No sign of life in the cue stick. And of course, No sooner do I say that, the Madonna is gone again. Hang on. This is bloody annoying, this. Why does this happen to me? Why does Slim not have problems with his donut disappearing? Well, push out has been played. Donut is back. Well, this is tricky. If only the 2-ball wasn't there, he would have an easy safety shot. Is he going all out for the cut? Past that 2-ball? Or is he playing the bank? Yeah, he's had a go. That was a tough ask. That was always going to happen. So, we are 58 minutes away from the World Cup. I mean, I don't care if I miss the start of it anyway. I mean, there's got a long way to go. Chance of this getting kicked in, though. Well, it's a ball in hand situation. He hit the 3. So, SBD has a chance to get himself on the board. 6 ball. Let's have a quick look at that. 6 ball is fine if you're in line. If you're here, that is 50-50 to get the legal touch on that 6 ball. Now, this is a test. He's actually hooked himself. Yeah. Well, whatever way you look at it, Mooncake has ball in hand and a chance here. Now, this is how you send out a message to your opponent. Right off the bat, SBD gets himself locked up. Mooncake's got ball in hand and a chance to put this first rack on the board. The most difficult shot is still to come, but this is bad enough to start him off. He's got to get himself up the table and have a shot in the 4. The 5 is no problem. It's how he gets onto this 6. Well, he could have done with getting into that a bit more. But anyway, he'll be into the table. But this is ideal chance just to send that message out and say, listen, I'm here to play in this match, by the way. And if I'm given the opportunity, I'm going to find my way out. Damn it to hell, I'm going to find my way out. But this is his first big test here. How does he get the right shot in this 6 ball? There's a very narrow margin. But I'll tell you what, if he's away from that 7, I think he's right on the money here, maybe. I think he's right on the money. Oh, yes, that's a beautiful shot. He's right on the line on that 6. He couldn't have played it any better. And now he has to seal the deal. And he's now... He's got to stun off the rail and come down below the side pockets, hasn't he? He's got to come down towards us here. Got to watch he doesn't get into the cue ball too much. That left side pocket's scary. He doesn't want to do anything like that. Yeah, he's played the big stun, but that was a shot. Get below that side pocket. You don't want to try and chicken out and end up rolling behind the 8 up top. He's going to be at a distance from this 9. And this is not a gimme. But it will be a good start if he puts it away. And that's well done. So the message is sent. I wonder if it's been received. 1-0 to Mooncake. Well, a couple of balls in, 8 balls went into the side.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, that might be dead, that cue ball. That might be dead. It is right on the point. And now he's got to play a push out here. But where do you play a push out? Well, through the gap and down here, somewhere like that. You could play it with a bit of English just to spin it across. But he's going to get sort of more or less there anyway. And now the banks are open. And we're just going to get a bit of safety back and forth. This is tricky because the one ball's pretty much on the rail. And you've got to get the right touch on the edge of this one ball. Welcome to Cobra. Yeah, this is a touchy shot. How's that rolling the cue ball? Looks pretty good to me. Oh, wait a minute. Has he found the gap? Would you believe it? What does John Virgo say, Cobra? Come on, give us an answer. What does John Virgo say? Or what did he say? God rest his soul. Too late. There's always a gap. Well, that was unlucky there. But them's the breaks. That's what happens. So SBD looking for a quick response here. Oh, has it got legs? Has it got legs? No, he's trying to be cutesy pie. And again, the sensible shot is cut it in, go across 2 rails. I mean, why is he falling into that trap? Trying to be cutesy pie, touchy, and Mooncake's overcooked that big time. And again, the difficulty with that shot was coming out of that corner pocket. The ball been so tight in the pocket, it's so difficult to judge. But anyway, the bank is a gimme as far as I'm concerned. Oh, he's going too sharp. He's going too sharp too soon. That's a big miss. And SBD is more than likely going to get off the hook here. Christ almighty, I lost my XSplit on my second monitor there. I thought the thing had crashed. It had just tabbed down to the taskbar. Goodness me, I thought the thing was broken. Panic set in there, folks. Well, eventually, we have a tied ball game after that second rack, but that was unfortunate. Mooncake found the gap. Just enough in the gap, but I'll tell you what, SBD didn't want to fall into that obvious mistake again, trying to be touchy pie on that 4 ball when he knew the sensible shot would just get across 2 rails and play the shot. So the 2 ball has gone in. No shot in the 1. Now, what would I do here in this situation? This is difficult because there's not a lot of cover on. That's part of the problem. There's not a lot of cover. What's he done here? Well, that can be manufactured, that, for the 9 ball up the rail to have a go at it, but you're probably selling out if you do. I mean, he could just dab the 1 and drop onto the 9 ball. I mean, that's simple. You dab the 1, you're stuck in the 9 ball. He's got no shot. He's not going to kick it in because the 4 ball's in the way. So I wouldn't even be looking around. I would not be looking around. I wouldn't be doing anything like that. I'm just dabbing the one ball, sticking the 9. It couldn't be any simpler. Well, he grew a pair where I didn't, and he played the combo. What a shot. Well, that's the kind of stuff you've got to do. You've got to make that decision and be positive. I would have bailed out and chickened out there. But fair play to Mooncake. He's having none of it. I'm lining this combo up and I'm having a go. And where's the 9 ball going? Oh. Tell a lie, that the 1 ball. My bad. It's that time of night again. I thought that was the 9 ball. I'm getting overexcited already. Well, he's got a lot of work to do here just to try and spin something out of this and get this cue ball out into the table, because this looks straight. Oh, now the 6 ball would have came to the rescue there for the scratch, and he's landed nicely on to the 3. Now it's about judging the way up table to get to that 4. Well, he's there. Now, just got to be careful with the pace in this shot. You've got loads of room to get onto the 5. You don't want to overhit this coming up the table. And he's good. So now, couple of rails and out for that 6 ball. Stay away from the 7. Stay away from the 7. This time, the draw to the rail, back into the table. Might be a bit straight in the 7 here, though. Yeah, just going to play probably the draw to come back for this 8. Now, that was a stun draw again. You see how hard he hit that? How hard he hit it, but how little the draw was in the cue ball. Again, my advice to players is go and practice that stun draw. Remember the cue tip, a quarter tip past the equator, and give it a shot. If you add that to your arsenal, you'll become a lot more confident playing those shots. So SBD gets it back all square. May well be dry again, I think. Dry, but there is a shot on the 1. The problem is the traffic. That 9 ball interfering with play here. And, as soon as you look round at that 2 ball and you see the 9 ball, I mean, if it's me, it's getting inside my head, that 9 ball. And that's well played. Stayed well out of the track of the 9 ball. Now, this is going to rub this 3 ball unless does he want to dig into this to try and do anything crazy with the cue ball? This is not guaranteed he's going to be good here, looking at the line that this cue ball wants to go. And you see, it just plays in the mind. You're thinking about the cue ball. He's forgot about the 2 ball, and he might be getting the second prize shot here. I think he's hooked him. But that's how things like that just bug you. You're aware of the situation. You're aware of where the cue ball wanted to go there, and you're trying to skirt past that 3. Fair enough, he achieved it. But of course, forgot about the 2. It needs to bump the 6, and it has done. Sigh of relief there for SBD. Well, I suppose you can play this as a 2-way shot here. You can try and thin cut that in, but you've got to get the pace to get it to the pocket. Now, well, it could have done with a rub off that 3 ball to try and drop behind the 7. But at least he's asking the question to SBD. I don't know whether that was intended, that he was going to play that as thin as that, but he's left SBD a shot. Oh, now that's the type of rub that you need. So, sitting nicely on the 3, 4 and 5 available. This is going to be a run out. It's not going to be any sort of combo in the 9. I wouldn't think. Once again, get the cue ball out into the table. If you're playing 8 into the same pocket, get yourself high enough, overhit it if anything. That's where you want to be. So we're into rack number 6, SBD with a 3-2 lead. Ball's flying into the bottom left corner. One ball, something else into the other top corner. And he can't see enough of that to pot it, I don't think. We've lost the 2. In fact, it was only the 2 balls, in the 2 and the 3. Well, that was a dangerous shot to play, but the result is excellent. That line of the 5 and the 6 acting as good cover. Now, the 1 ball is actually quite a big target, but I think the 9 ball's in the way. I think the 9 ball's in the way here to try and, you know, I don't know whether you can get the line before the 9 ball. I think the line is before the 9 ball. Oh, this looks good. This looks good. Got the hit. Got it safe. That's all you're asking. That is all you're asking. It gives you another shot at coming back to the table. He might not have a nice shot if he does come back to the table, because this could be tucking up behind the 8 ball, and this is touchy. Or is he? What's he doing? Let me have a quick look, see what he's up to here. Yeah, he has got it. That's well done. Found the gap. Well, you're not getting to it that way. And you're not getting to it many other ways. Now, can he find a line? You maybe need to check this up. I don't think you can even do that. He's trying to just get a touch. He hasn't. Rail not hit. Ball in hand, but not a lot you can do with ball in hand in this situation. Now, where's his cue stick got to? Because I don't see a cue stick here. Is he having to press the A button or whatever it is to bring the cue stick back to the table, or have we got a disconnect? Oh. Finally appears, and he's brought the 1 ball out. Again, see, that's a sloppy, careless shot there. He's hit that too thick, and he's brought the 1 ball out. I mean, Mooncake shouldn't be seeing the 1 ball there. Okay, I mean, he's still got to try and play a safety out of this, but he could have played that better. Oh, that's a good shot. That's an excellent shot. Yes, there's no hook or anything on, but look at the distance. That's an excellent safety. Well worked out. I'll have a quick drink before I dehydrate here. And that's an even better shot. What a shot that is. That's an excellent shot. And oh dear me, he hasn't hit a rail. Oh dear. I've just realised that looking at the HUD. Well, everything about that was a great shot, but he hasn't hit a rail. Well, Again, it's the old rule of thumb: make hay while the sun shines here, Mooncake. You're 3-2 behind. Well, he's overcooked this. He's overcooked it. You know, going back to what I said about the stun draw, you know, you can play that as hard as that, but with the stun draw, you're not getting that amount of pace in it. He's overcooked it. Got the bump on the 9, brings it off the rail, has a shot in the 6. Now, if he just goes forward here off this shot in the 6, I think he'll have a reasonable shot in the 7 and the side. I don't think he has a lot to do with the cue ball. Play the pot and let the cue ball do the rest. Well, he's just underhit that slightly, but the angle is perfect for the 8. He's just leaving himself a sharper cut. You'd still expect him to get that in, no problem. So once again, another little message sent out. You're not getting away from me. That's what that says. You're not getting away from me. I'm going to be good enough to be getting out on many occasions. But now that's only part of the deal. What you've got to do is keep the concentration going. Yeah, I somehow don't think this is a 50-minute match, Slim. I don't think this is a 50-minute match like the one earlier. I think this has got a long way to go. So we have lost the 2 ball. The 6 ball has gone. And good luck with the 1 ball. That's all I'm saying. I think it cuts past the 5. It cuts obviously into the top corner. And that was a big ask. This is fiddly. This is awkward, this. He's probably going to have a blast at this cut here. Because I don't think he's going to be able to come up with any much more of a safety here. I mean, it's a very touchy shot to dab that 1 and try and use the 7. He might well be. Now he's having another look. He may well have a go. He's got to think his chances are fair to have a shot in the 3 if he plays this. Oh, he's played it in the side. I thought he was going up table. Excellent shot, apart from the fact he's dead straight in the 3. I thought he was all set for the cut up the rail there, but he's got more work to do. Again, the old VP4 escape route comes in very handy, and I think he's ended up the same again. Let's have a look. No, he's fine. He can go forward, back, whatever he wants to do. Now, he's played the stun draw again. He's left himself a bit high, but, you know, he doesn't have to worry about the cue ball. The cue ball's heading back the right direction to have the cut down the rail. Again, there's a wee bit of work to do with the cue ball, only because the 9 ball sat there. This would have been simple. But again, he's managed to get the dig in the cue ball, use the rail. He's maybe gone a wee bit too far because he's heading away from the 9, but got loads of room to manoeuvre. He's play it dead weight again. Oh, why would you fall into the trap twice? I mean, I'm going to say it. That's numptiness. That is complete numptiness to do that twice in the match. You do it once, you think to yourself, I'm not falling into that trap again. And he does it again. He had all the room in the world to move that cue ball to get on the 9. And that is just stupid. And that's cost him 2 racks, remember. And now he's 4-3 behind. I mean, I can't understand that logic. Because that is just daft. That is stupid. I mean, you should be slapping yourself about the head after that, doing it twice. Really should be. give yourself a shakedown and get that crap out of your head, because this touchy, you know, that is, you know, it's like 2 trackball mouse shots there, right there. That's what you've looked at. Now, welcome back to bed, Ed. I can't believe that you would do that once and you would fall into the same trap and do it again. You know, that's the bit that surprises me most out of that. And Mooncake, if he gets a good shot in this 4, he'll be on the 5. If he can find his way out here and get that daylight. See, this is needing just a good solid stun here, this 6 ball. Just a good solid stun. Trust your line. Like that. I mean, that's a solid stun, folks, if you want an example of one. That was perfect. Now, get yourself up top, right up the top of the table. Well, he's not. Again, now you've got to watch the line of the cue ball. If you're up the top of the table, you can see the line loud and clear. If you're cutting that 8 ball in, you're never going to scratch. Now he's just giving himself more work to do to get himself down there. He's got himself in the vicinity. I would have been up top every day of the week there to get a better line, just a bit more natural line to let the cue ball run down, but he's got there. I'll give him that. And the 9 ball's comfortably off the rail, so there's no excuse for missing this. And don't overthink it, which I think he's already taken too long to play this shot for my liking. I don't like this. Has he lost connection? Again, no sign. Like, why has he get the? What's happening here? Have we got a disconnect here? Because I'm panicking. Oh, there's movement now. I thought for a minute there we were dead and buried there. I didn't know what was happening. And there we go. It's eventually happened. We've had a disconnect, and it's SBD that's pulled the plug. The old Control-Alt-Delete. Did I say that out loud? I don't know that I did. I'm saying nothing. But he's very quickly back in. But I think there's a bit of dodginess happening here in VP4, to be honest with you, because, I mean, don't forget, I get kicked straight to the lobby earlier on. Now Mooncake's asking what happened. I think we've got a dodgy connection, and we're threatening that we need to get a reboot going here for maybe somebody. The signs are not good. Let's hope the bloody room can hold out, because we could have trouble getting this put right. That's the problem, because there's nobody here to deal with this situation. That's the other problem. Well, touch wood, things fix himself up a bit here and settle down. Well, it's SBD who's going to have to do some work here. And this 4 ball has got to be got at one way or another, and it's not sitting pretty, far from it. Trying to get back up and get a line on it. And again, of course, as soon as you're not sitting in a great line, you've always got more work to do to get to that next ball. And this is not a gimme either. It is far from it. And you see what I'm talking about, just getting out of line. Now, he's got the cut. Well, the cut's not bad, to be honest with you. He just has to... Now, is he going to drop it dead weight again? Yes, he is, and it's got there this time. Still a bit of pressure on him to get out. And that, again, this is not a gimme. Got to go, execute the shot properly, and he's overdone it. And there you go, what a bit of squeaky bumness does to you. When you know you have to deliver the shot, he's fell short. And Mooncake has got to capitalise. It's going to be a long 8-ball. And the other thing is you want to hold the cue ball, don't you? So this, if it's a stun, well, the cue ball wants to get in the side pocket for a start, so you've got to stun this in. The stuns are always dangerous at an off angle, but he's nailed it right into the heart of the pocket. And SBD better screw the nut here, because now the knife has been twisted that bit more. It's now a 3-rack lead. And I have to say, it's self-inflicted damage here for SBD. All that Mooncake's done is do what's asked of him, given the chance. 7-ball goes in. And we've seen the howlers that Mooncake's made. 2 where he's tried to drop a ball in dead weight. He's failed to get it to the hole. And Mooncake's done the business there. So there's 2 racks you're giving him. And then getting out of line in that run out, getting out of shape. One bad thing leads to another, and that's exactly what happened. He left himself that bit more to do with the 7-ball, and he ends up missing it. Well, the duck for cover here is too big to resist for me, because I'm heading up behind that 6 and 9 every day of the week. That's where I'm going. This is a big cut, this 2-ball, and the 3-ball's not sitting great. And that, see, that's maybe the time to just wind it in a wee bit here and do a bit of ducking and diving. I mean, it would have been far easier to put SBD in trouble there and give him more stuff to think about than actually having a go at that and giving him a free go. The 6-ball's still far from any sort of shot. He's played a rub to get the 6-ball in play, and now he's having to deliver another good shot in this 5-ball. And there you go. Is he going to get a rub? Yes, of course he is. It goes into the side pocket. And Mooncake is going to be made to pay here the worst possible way, especially with that fluke. And Mooncake should have wound it in. This 9-ball mentality of see it, pot it, run out. Yes, it's a good idea to have. There are times you should wind it in. And as far as I'm concerned, that safety was far too simple for me to duck behind that 6 and 9. I would have played that every day of the week, and I would have stuck my opponent in more trouble and said, right, get yourself out of that. And if only. Now, what bearing could that have in the overall state of affairs here? We might be thinking back to this rack. SBD gets a ball in the break, no shot in the 1. But there's some minute things happen, choices that you make that either go good or bad. For me, that choice there by Mooncake went bad by pushing the boat out 1 shot too many in the 2 there, when the safety looked far more inviting. And it's another psychological thing as well. The opportunity was there to tighten the noose a bit more on SBD, and he let him away with it. I don't know what you guys think. I know what Bedhead thinks, so he would have done the same thing. He would have went for the pot. Probably Cobra as well. But me, somebody at my level, I know my limitations. And I would have ducked and dived there. And of course, the positive guys think, well, I might not get a better opportunity. And maybe for the most part, that works out for them. For somebody like me, I'm thinking, if I take this on and I miss it, I'm probably selling out. So I'm going to try and just make it tougher for my opponent and ride my luck and see what happens. And here's a toughie for Mooncake. Yeah. And the one ball is still, I think, a cut. Loads of room. Get back up and have a shot in the two. Look where the three ball is, though. Right down on the short rail. Where's this cue ball going? Well, the bump in the 7 has probably saved him there, but he's now gone too far. And it's another blind pocket cut. And not only that, again, the problem is the three ball. You know, look at the line the cue ball wants to go. He's going to have to probably play this just enough for the pocket and the cue ball to track down, but scratch territory. But he's drawn away from it, and I don't know that that was the right shot. But he's now called his own bluff here because he's got the thin cut, and that's fairly tight to the rail. It's not gone, though. It's not gone. And again, Mooncake. Well, in every scenario so far where SBD has failed to run out, Mooncake's delivered. This is a toughie straight away because that three ball's in the pocket. He's judged it very well. Excellent shot just to get out onto the 6. So Mooncake's put every rack away where he's been given that chance. And that's all you can ask, that you're good enough to get out given that opportunity. And so far it's worked well for Mooncake. Oh, now then, here's a big ask. I mean, most times you'd have a quick look at this and pot it. You've still got to remember there's a 9 ball to get potted as well, though. Yeah, well, he's just played it safe. And, of course, there's what happens. You don't find that line exactly. You're catching the point. You're staying out the pocket. And SBD's been let off the hook. So that's the first fail by Mooncake. And SBD, there could have been a big swing there. But he's back to within 1. We are 20 minutes away from the start of proceedings in the World Cup final. SBD's break has given him the 6 and the 8 ball, shot in the 1, 2 ball very handy, 3 ball over the side, get the right angle in the 3, it'll be easy to get in the 4. Well, this isn't easy because he's got too much angle. Now, what's he doing? Playing it for the short side. And he's left it short. More of a test on this 4 ball. Right in the heart of the pocket. Good enough on the 5. And Mooncake is going to have to start all over again because we are back on level par. To use the golfing well, is it golfing? What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. My mind went blank there and a ball flew into the corner again. No prizes for guessing what's happening here. I don't believe he's going to try and manipulate a combo. He could easily duck here. He's hit it too heavy again. Well, I see these touch shots are causing problems. 1 ball is more than on. This needs a little jab. Just like this. Now you feel that Mooncake definitely must put this one away. I mean, there isn't a problem with the table, the usual thing. There isn't a problem. The problem's all in the mind if you don't get out here. He has to reset the balance here. So far, so good. Now, must have any sort of angle on this 6-ball. I mean, if he ends up dead straight, he's going to have to play. Well, look where he's ended up. Now this is now made this shot much, much more difficult because now he has to control the stun draw if he's going to play that. He doesn't want to take liberties trying to pinch any angle out of this either. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, might be the wrong side of the 7, but the 8-ball's wide open. But don't get tentative. You know, just let it run, and that's perfect. 9-ball is comfortably off the rail, and as long as you get yourself over there, you're never missing it. Well, look at the line the cue ball's taken. Another ounce on that and he was gone. Well, that could be a big rack. But Mooncake back into the lead. And again, a ball flew into the other right-hand corner. Where's the cue ball going? It stays in the table. No shot in the 1. Or is that the 9-ball there? Yes, I've got it wrong again. He has got a shot in the 1. Problem is, look at the angle he's got and look where the 2-ball is. Now, is he going to roll this in SBD style? Yes, he is. But making sure he got it to the hole. And now again, just because he's got that higher angle in the 2, it just makes this a wee bit more fiddly in controlling the cue ball. And he's managed to go through the gap. Okay, he's running further away from the 3, but... And he actually, I think, again, he's finished dead straight in the 3. Yeah, he can't take any liberties here either. So now he's got to make a decision. I mean, he could do the VP4 escape route, big draw, come back into the table, but he's just took his medicine and he's gone through, he's leaving the long 4-ball. Again, you see the line and you shoot it, you're going to be on the 5. We need to have a quick look at this 6-ball because I haven't looked at that yet. Right, 6-ball is fine. The angle is fine. I mean, he could play the 6-7 combo, I think, if he fancies it. Let's have a look. Yeah, the 6-7 combo goes every day of the week. I mean, is he coming back to do that, or is he going to go out and play the long 6-ball? There's your answer. But the problem is he's interfering with the 7 and anything can happen. The scratch could happen. The 7-ball could go dead to the rail. The 7-ball could go in. It could go forward, down onto the long rail. Who knows how this is going to end up? Well, he's kept it clean away from the 7, but now he's going to have to dish up. And this is a test. Because once again, if he just plays this as it looks into this corner, does he go in the other corner? Because he's going to run over and interfere with that 9-ball, I think. He's made his mind up, he's going the other way. Yeah, if you cut that and you're heading over here, you're rubbing into the 9-ball, you don't know what's going to end up. But this is tough. This is stand up and be counted shot. Oh, he's nailed it. Now he needs to miss the bump. Or the bump has to be like that. And again, this shot you've played it 100 times, thousands of times in VP4. You look at it, you see it, you shoot it. You don't overthink it. You're never missing it. But he's gone to the rail too soon. And again, that, you know, you see it, you shoot it. That was a poor one. That was not a difficult 9-ball. It was far from difficult. Those shots, I'll look at that shot for barely more than a second. See it, shoot it. Because you've played them hundreds and hundreds of times. It's not going to change an angle. You just see the line and you shoot it. Well, it's a big, big miss there from Mooncake. And he's just got to watch these unforced errors. And where's this cue ball going?
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, there you go. He's been bailed out big time. He's been bailed out big time at the start of this rack. But of course, there's a major problem. And that's that 8 and 9 ball. The 8 ball is tucked away. You're not getting to that 8 ball, I don't think. Let's have a look. There's no way you're getting to that 8 ball. So he's looking to play. Is he playing the 3-8-9 combo to clear the pocket? Yes, he is. But now, the 3 balls now interfere with play on that 9. Now, a little dabby touch here with a bit of left English, as soft as you dare. You're brushing this with a feather. Oh, he hasn't got there. He hasn't got there. Well, SBD has got to move this 3 ball away from the 9, obviously. But that was a very, very touchy shot. He hasn't got the cue ball away, has he? Yes, he has. That's an excellent shot. Well, is he going to try and go over the edge? Looks like it. Good luck with this. No jump cue, of course. He gets the jump. Now he needs a roll. Needs some sort of roll. And he ain't getting that either. But it's middle of the table. You've got to play a shot here. Right, folks. We've got 15 people watching this at the moment on my screen. It does say 16. We have still fallen short of the required amount of likes. We only need like 2 more by the look of it. So take a second just to tab out. Or is it? Let me look. I need to get out my chair and double check. Oh, aye, we're still short. We are still well short. So take a tab out, hit the like button for us, get that bar filled, and then I shut my mouth the rest of the night. That's the deal. Well, I can't believe where SBD's finished because he's hooked himself in the 6. And where's the cue ball spinning and it's spinning into the table? Well, here's another big let off here for Mooncake. Now this cue ball, yeah, I think he's got to maybe want to help this around the corner a wee bit, is he? Or is it going to go naturally? Just so he comes around into a tighter angle onto this 7. See, it's opening out and opening out and opening out. That's even better. But, you know, this is a bonus here for Mooncake. And, you know, there was nothing in the table that was difficult there for SBD, but he suddenly, you know, somehow found his way to hook himself. And Mooncake keeps that pressure on. We're now halfway home. We are 50 minutes into this match and 10 minutes away from the start of the World Cup final. Now, was that the 7 ball went into the right side? I think it was. He's got plum. Well, a plum on the 1, long 8 combo here if he fancies that. He couldn't be sitting in any better position, though. That's as good as you're ever going to be in line for a combo. And the 1 ball stuns to the rail and stays in play. Now we need to look ahead. We're giving him the 1 and the 2, no problem. He's got to get up for the 4. The 4 ball is fine. It's off the rail. But there's your trouble. Now, at best, you're going to get to there if you're playing a cut in the 5 up the rail. You even want to mess with the 5 from this wrong end? I don't think so. There's no way you're doing that. So there is trouble ahead here. And how do you deal with it? You've just simply got to get into the table and leave that cut. There's no other option, I don't think. I mean, you could come down and play the bank with the chance that you might actually, if you miss the bank on the first pocket, it might go across and knock the 9 in. I mean, that at a push, but it couldn't be any better to get out into the table here and have that angled cut on the 5. It's not a gimme, but it's a shot in the 5, and that's all you're asking. And that's it. That's as good as he could do. Now he's having to execute one here. And he doesn't want to cut this and get into it too much. He might have to leave the bank in the 6. He's gone the bottom end. Now what do you do? What are your choices now? Oh dear. I mean, can you slam the 6 into that 9 half ball to try and get the 6 to drop into the pocket? What do you think, guys? I mean, the 9 ball's very handy. Can you slam it enough? He tried it. He might have tried to combo up the rail, but either or, it hasn't worked. No, this match isn't going to finish as the final starts. The final starts in 7 minutes' time. And this is long from finished, this match. What time did you think the match starts? 8:30. It's 8 o'clock as far as I'm aware, unless somebody tells me anything different. Wait, when does the match start, Romario? Double check. I'm sure it's 8 o'clock. It's only 7 minutes to go, so the match is never finishing before 8 o'clock. Well, I mean, how many racks do you think's left? Not a race to 10. It's 8 apiece. And SPD with a golden opportunity to get himself in front again. Oh, talking bullshit, is he? Is he promoting his new film? That's what he'll be there for. Right, so the teams are coming out. Right, Romario, check your clock. I think I think your clock needs fixing. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Well, he's got a bit of spin on it. Blind pocket cut. Just stay up the table, you'll have a shot in the 7, and he's overcooked it, but it's gone in, it wiped at his feet. But it's got there. Oh, big distance again for the cue ball. And that's going to be pretty good. Should have a nice angle, or enough of an angle, to get that cue ball down below the 9, unless he's going to stay above it and run it down the rail. Ah, he is. And it's off the rail comfortably. So he shouldn't be flushing it too soon. So 9-8 to SPD. Lots of movement in the balls there, but 3 balls thinking about it. But the break is dry. There's no shot on that 3. Now this push out's got to be thought about here. Well, he's going to leave him a full sight on the 1 ball doing this. And I think, well, I can't think that he's trying to tuck over towards the 3 ball. He's going to go for all out for the cut and rely on his luck and having something in the 2, which at best is going to be a bank. Now he has to run the cue ball if he's going to go all out for this, because he needs to see the 3. No, he's ducking for cover. Sensible shot this time, but he's found the gap. Likewise for Mooncake. Needs to give this serious thought. And, well, hasn't got cover. And again, I think that SBD might be struggling to come up with a game plan here for this shot other than the 2-8 combo attempt. This is difficult to try and push that 2 ball anywhere where you're not going to collide with something and hope you get cover. Yeah, he went all out for it. And it could have finished worse. Right, guys, my bladder isn't going to hold out any longer. I'm going to leave you for a minute while I deal with this situation. We could have a flooding situation here if I don't deal with it. I'll be back in a sec. Right, I'm back. SBD with a 9-8 lead, and he's undercut the 9. And Mooncake, well, do what you do here. Good luck with this shot. Well, here's a tip for you in this warm weather. Do what I did there. Went to the bathroom, obviously dealt with the issue, got a face cloth, run it under the cold tap, and rubbed it all over my head and all over my face. That just cools you down. That's a great shot. Great cut. It just cools you down. Very, very quick fix that is. Cold face cloth, cold water, and just rub it all over your head, particularly if you're like me, you don't have a lot of hair. I'm down into the wood with my haircut. And it's just like, it evaporates just like sweat does, and it cools you down comfortably. in the space of a couple of minutes. That's my tip for the day. Well, that still goes down as a miss. Got away with it though. Sort of. Not going to be fooled into trying to blast this cut down the rail, is he? No, he's playing the bank. He's nailed the bank. Landed on the 3. Big shot here though. Right, let's have a look at this this likes bar. I need to get out my chair to have a look at it. We are 1 short on my screen. We're still not there, folks. So somebody isn't doing the necessary. Or it hasn't updated yet. Well, there's that psychological thing now with the scoreboard. It's now going to be double figures for SBD. We're now 2 minutes or 3 minutes into the World Cup final. And SBD is 5 racks away from surviving another round. And I think this one's dry. It hasn't started yet. What the hell are they doing? Pissing about. Well, what's taking so long? It should have been kicking off at the top of the hour. Players are shaking hands. God almighty. I thought there was a... I thought that everything was... You know, the match, you know, they have the 10-second countdown to the kickoff. They ain't going to be having it in this bloody match tonight because it's well over time. That'd be that Tom Cruise bloody garbage. Whatever he was doing. Bringing in celebrities. You know, it's a game of football, for Christ's sake. Yeah, well, you took the words out of my mouth there, Romario, didn't you? I'm not interested in all that bullshit. Bloody Diana Ross the last time in Los Angeles couldn't kick her ass, let alone kick a ball. Some of you might be old enough to remember that. The combo played, 2 ball comes into the table. 2 ball is not good. So now the pressure shifts the other way on Mooncake. He's now got to play a measured game here and not overstretch his imagination. I mean, again, it's not a difficult out, but he's got enough that he can squeeze out of this 4 ball, I think. Now, how would I play this one? Now, you see, this angle's too much for comfort on this 5 ball. That's the problem. Had he been straighter, you drop it in, go to the rail, come out for the 6 on the side, or you come up high enough for the 6 into the corner to drop down in 8. Now he's got a head scratcher here. And now he's sort of in between here. He's in between. Now, you can play a jabby dig and stun it in and come across, but you're going to be up sort of there. But he's running. He's running. Where's this cue ball going?
Where's the cue ball going?
He's okay as far as that goes. And now, anywhere up the table. You only need to just drop this 8 ball in. You'll be up above the 9. I'm surprised you ain't got him in your stream. Oh no, you know, I don't think I've seen any. I've not seen a Mission Impossible film. I don't watch any modern stuff. All my films, I mean, the films, see the stuff I watch. Did I tell you I was watching that? I think I might have mentioned in the stream, there was a program in Sky Arts, and it's called The Directors, or, you know, it's to do with movies, and these three guys talk about the movies that they made. I watched a whole list of westerns. It was like the top 20 or the top 50 westerns, whatever it was. Well, certainly when it got to the top 20, I'd seen every single bloody one of them. Of all the best westerns that there is, I'd seen them all. So I'm blaming this on my mother and father, because back in the day when we only had one telly, I had to watch what they watched. And I was brought up with, you name it, I was brought up with Jimmy Cagney, all of them old Hollywood actors, the black and white movies. I was brought up with all that stuff. And that's ingrained in me, because whenever one of them if a picture comes on with James Stewart, John Wayne, any of those guys, Jimmy Cagney, I'm watching it. Black and white or not black and white. And there's still great old films. Now, what jiggery pokery is going to happen here? Because this is touchy. He's not getting to a rail, is he? Yes, he is. Oh, that was panic stations there for a second. Yeah, I don't... not seen one single Mission Impossible, but I've never seen any of that. What's that one with all the speed films? Never seen any of them. Never seen any of that stuff. Well, Mooncake gets the hit. There should only be one way this rack's going. SPD going back into the lead. Humphrey Bogart, Treasure of the Sierra Madre, classic film. Pretty much none of you'll have seen that. The other one where he plays Captain Queeg, and there's a mutiny on the ship. None of you'll have seen that. So SBD, well, any rack now is vital, because if you can get that gap, you ramp up the pressure on your opponent. Now, he can't see enough of the one. He can cross bank it, though. He's not going to be any good in the 2-ball, though. He might have a 2-9 combo. He's not taking it on. He's ducking and diving. And the sensible shot again, played and executed very well. Not difficult to hit the one. And if you just play to hit the one and get a ball to a rail, you're going to end up in deep doo-doo in a minute, though. I think Mooncake should have a fair idea what's going to happen here. If he just puts right English on this and spins into the one off that short rail and just plays it soft, he's going to be in trouble. Well, I mean, fair play, he's played a hit, but he's left it all wide open. Gone to rail too soon, has it? Oh, he's used all of the pocket and he's ended up in that territory you don't want to be. He's on the 50-yard line. Bump onto the 7. Shot onto the 5, but watch now. Is he going to stun past it? No, he's played a rub. And is this going to block him? Well, again, he's walked into the trap there. You know, he could have avoided that and just come up the table if he'd, you know, stunned it in and gone to the rail, I think. Now he's maybe going to play the crossover. Yep, he's got the double hit. And the 6-ball. Oh, is it going to be awkward? Well, no, it isn't. He can just roll that in. He's going past the pocket. He's not scratching. But this is a big visit here. It doesn't look difficult. But in the overall context, the score, exactly, you know, the way it's sitting, he's got to get this back on par. He can't fail to get out here, and he's dead straight in the 7. Got the spin working though. Oh, he's going to end up dead straight again. Absolutely bolt straight on the 8. Now, the VP4 escape route can be handy, just a straight draw and back into the table. You would think you've got to have a shot somewhere in the 9. And he's run into it. And how's the run into it? Perfect. That'll do it. When is, by the way, here's a question for you, Mario. Tell me what classic lines that Tom Cruise has ever said in a film. The only film I remember, I think Tom Cruise is in where there's a classic line, is, and it isn't him, it's Jack Nicholson that says it. And you know the one I'm talking about, don't you? What's the line that he says? Somebody will say the line, because the line's just gone straight out my head. It's Jack Nicholson that says it. Is it a hearing or a court case that's going on at the time? Somebody say the line. You can't handle the truth. That's it, Larry. See, Larry's always lurking in the background. Thank you very much and good evening, good afternoon. Aye, that's the only thing I remember where Tom Cruise was in a film where there was a line that stands out. I don't recall him ever saying something. And Dustin Hoffman had all the lines in Rain Man. Uh-oh. Talk to me, Goose. Who the hell's... I haven't a clue what that one is, Larry. Right, well, Mooncake is making his decision. I mean, the 5, I think, might squeeze up past the 7 if you were ambitious, but you don't want to even think about that. He's trying to get in the line to play the combo. Now, this is fiddly if you're trying to play a touchy safe here. You can use a 7 as a blocker, though, if you just dab it. You might find yourself behind the 9. He's lining up the combo. Oh, it ain't there. It could have finished worse, though. But he's managed to cut in. The cue ball stays on the table, but he's hooked. Wow. Gets the hit. 6 ball going anywhere. It's going to be into the side pocket, a bit of a cutback, but there shouldn't be any issue. I've never seen Top Gun either. And you know what else? I'll never see it. I will never see it. Well, we are running out of racks here, folks. Race to 15. And every rack is like gold dust now in this scenario. Have we got to the full house on the likes? I think we have. Thank you very much. I think we've made it. And Mooncake has made it. He's on the what is he, 12-11 in front. Every rack now vital, every break shot vital. Every mistake vital. Oh, that one ball looked at the side pocket, but it backed away, and it's dry. But I'll tell you what, though, the pressure is right on every player now. What's he doing? Hooking himself behind the 7. Oh, he's had a bump. Oh, hang on a minute, though. He hasn't got it. He's blocked. Well, this is where matches turn one way or the other, but I think he's had a roll. It is a very dodgy cut in the two. Cue balls going all over the shop. No idea where this is ending up if you play the cut, but I don't think he can refuse it. He's got to have a go at it and just hope he gets lucky.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, there's nothing simple here. Now, if he overcuts this, it can head down that direction. If he overcuts it past the side pocket and bring the cue ball back over the side he's at. But what's he thinking? Is he trying to cut in the side? Well, he's got my game plan in thought, and he's got the cover. Commentator's eye. That was a shot. Cue ball's gone. Everything's happening now. But here is now the test. Ball in hand. Every ball wide open, but it's a 3-9 combo. You better get this, I'll tell you. If you're doing that, I don't think you can get it. I think he possibly can, but do you want to play this? Well, this could be costly one way or another. He's got to nail this. He's just got enough room. But if he gets it too thin, he's overcutting it. Big decision here. And there you go, he's overcut it. Well, the table was not difficult. And he chose the 3-9 combo, which was far from a gimme. And it did overcut. And how is that going to cost him? Well, once again, SBD has blocked himself off with a 5. And if Mooncake hasn't twigged yet, if Mooncake has not twigged this situation, look at the roll of the ball that Mooncake's been getting here. You have got to get this done, boy, or you're going to look an umpty. You've got to get this rack in the board and get it done with and get a 2-rack lead here. You have got to get out. Now, don't mess with that 8 ball. If you're coming off the rail and over towards the 9 and going around corners and stuff, you've got to watch that 8 ball. It might not look obvious. He's just played the draw. He had the angle to actually had it straight enough. I thought that cue ball had to run, but that'll do even better. Well, do you think he still plays there regularly, Larry? I don't know. I haven't the foggiest idea whether he does or he doesn't. But well, either way, I mean, I don't think. I mean, to be fair to SBD, he's not had the roll of the ball there. I mean, Mooncake's got a fair rub here or there in these last few racks. Oh, now that'll do. Now, just a stopper with a cue ball. That's all this is. Well, this is a huge, huge rack. It's 13-11. How much has SBD got left? And how are the rolls going to go for Mooncake that he's had recently? Are they going to continue? Well, everything was looking at pockets there, but nothing's gone. And there's a 1 onto the 9. There's nothing going to happen there. That 9 can knock the 4 in, which it has done. He quickly spotted that. How's his cue ball? He'll take that. Now, I mean, surely SBD isn't going to roll through and try and play a 2-9 combo. Surely he's not going to do that. No, he isn't, because he's got room to pot it past the 9. He's just going to have to get a hold of the cue ball again, though. Bumps the 5. Got to decide what side he's playing the 6 from. Because that's 7 ball again, interfering with play. He's left himself a big cut in the 5, And again, the problem is the line of this 7 ball. Trying to stay on the inside of the 6. Wise move. Out into the table high enough for the 7. Two games to 4. What does that mean, Larry? I don't quite follow you there. That one's went over my head, Larry. I don't know what that means. Oh, in terms of what's left of the match, I got you there. I thought you were still talking about semi-pro and what do you call it? Shooter's pool. Yep. Well, SBD trailing by 1, ball in the break. Not so sure about a shot in the 1 though. No, he's not potting that, but again, he can cross bank it. He's gone all out for it. He's nailed it. Where's the cue ball finishing? Well, pretty much on the money as far as the 2 ball goes. Now, he's got to go forward, come up the short side of the 4. What's he doing? Drawing back for the 4 into the side. Didn't know the angle to do it, but clearly he did. Well, he's left himself more work to do here. And that's nailed right in the heart of the pocket. Up and down. Now it's anybody's. Now it's a test of the nerve for both players. We're going, well, he's gone high in the 7, so up and down again into the table. 9 ball comfortably off the rail, no problems there. Aye, that because half of them don't. I mean, half of those probably don't know what's happening. They've never been to see a game of football or soccer, as you guys call it over there. Asking, who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's that guy that's on the ball? Well, SBD, 3 balls in the break. 5, 6, and 7 have gone. Shot on the 1, or whatever ball it was. It was the 1. And no prizes for guessing where this rack is going. He has to leave the angle in the 4, though. Imperative that he has the angle. He's gone straight, though. Would you believe it? He's gone bolt straight. I mean, to me, that's a sucker shot, that. And now it's the big bailout. But my God, I mean, talk about trying to put yourself into a hole. Okay, he's got away with it because you can easily bail out. But anyway. Well, this is it. Point of no return. SBD, has he come good at the right time? On the hill, break for the match. And nothing doing. And Mooncake's got a shot in the 1. I don't know whether the 2 goes into the side. I'm about to find out. That's too tight. It does go in off the jaw if you're sitting at that angle, but is he going to do that? Or is he going to play it up into the corner? I mean, cut your odds. He's overcooked it. And now he's in no man's land. And not only that, you look at where the 3 ball's sitting. I mean, if you're going to play this 100%, then you're going forward. I don't even know whether he's going to get, what you just play this and you let the cue ball run out and you're on the 3 into the side. He's gone the other way, trying to duck, is he? Oh, he's ducked very well. He has got it covered. Well, the hit is solid enough. This 2-ball may well be pretty good, is it? Well, this is now asked the question of Mooncake. What do you do here, Mooncake? This 2-ball's married to the rail mostly. It's off the rail slightly, but look at the cut you've got. I mean, this could be his last shot in the tournament. Or it could take us all the way, and he's ducking and diving again. And when the shot's there like that, then you bury him. That you have to do. And now, huge pressure now on Mooncake. With ball in hand, he has to make the right choices here. The 5-ball, biggest problem of all, with where it's sitting. Now, the chances are he's going to end up playing the 5-ball down past that side pocket into this corner pocket where the 9-ball is at the bottom of the table. I think that's what he's going to do. Oh, he's bolt straight. He's only got to go roll forward now. There's a very slight cut angle in this 4, very slight, that takes the cue ball to the rail. Well, he's actually stunned it. What's he doing? Is it dropping into the side? Oh, what do you do here? I mean, if you drop that dead weight into the side, you're not sitting plumb in the 4, I don't think. Again, a big decision to be made. I don't think you can hit this too hard either. If you're coming out into the table for the 6, you don't want to drift away over. And he's played that very well. Excellent shot. Now, once again, that side pocket where he's sitting is dodgy. The angle he's got in the 6, he wants to obviously come this direction to play the 7. Watch that side pocket. If he gets into this too much, he's played it well. Now, there's no way on earth he should ever be missing this 7-ball. Again, quick look, see the angle, play the shot. Don't overthink it. This is just a little stopper again, or just roll the thing. One of the two. But either or, you're on the 9-ball, and we have gone to Hill. I'm not tempting fate saying that, am I? Surely not. Well, it had to end up this way, didn't it? We are 90 minutes into this match, and we're going all the way, and good luck to both players. Mooncake's going to have first shout, though. He has the break. What's happened here? I don't see a cue. I don't see a cue stick. I have no idea what's going on. He said nothing in the chat, and I'm disconnected to the lobby again. There's something weird happening here tonight. Online fatal error, enter room failed, player misidentified, please try again. None of this bullshit, for God's sake. Unbelievable. What the hell's happening here? I'm going to miss the end of the... I'm not going to swear. Unbelievable. I'm going to have to do a quick bailout. Hang on, folks. This is shit. I don't believe this. I cannot believe this. Come on, get in here. We could have missed a 9-ball in the break here, for Christ's sake. Get in the room. Christ almighty. What the hell crap is happening here? Well, either way, Mooncake's hooked. That's all I know. We've got that ugly 3 line of balls again. And this is a huge shot. Needs to get lucky, and he's missed it completely. And that might be it. That may well be it. It might be all over. A roll through for the 3. I'm telling you, VP4 for me tonight has gone wonky. It's gone weird. Kicked to the lobby twice, and then that crap that happened there had me in a right panic. Well, the big shot, of course, is getting good enough in the 5 to come down for the 6. Avoid the scratch in the side pocket. That's the rule here. Well, he couldn't have put himself in a worse spot. I mean, he's bolt straight in the 5. The cue sticks disappeared again. I think my PC needs a reboot, or something's not right with VP4. I think I'm heading to the lobby again, folks. We might not see the end of this. I think something's going to boot me out this room again. Mooncake says I'm getting sharked here. I don't know what he means, and I don't know whether he's having funny things happening. You think it's VP4? Has anybody else having problems in rooms today that I'm not aware about? Because I've not been in any rooms today myself, other than the tournaments that I've been in today, streaming. But this is not a good sign. This match could be over for all I know. Well, your guess is as good as mine as to what the hell's going on here. But I've got a funny feeling I'm going to get some message pop up here in a second, and I'm bailed out to the lobby again. I daren't actually leave the room. No, well, thank God it's a disconnect. Thank God it's that. I'm glad it's that this time. And suddenly the cue balls moved to there. Right, we're now back to a position where a minute ago, SBD on my screen was hooked, was bolt straight in the 5. Now he's had to play I don't know what's going on. Now Mooncake's at the table on the 4 ball, as far as I can see. Watch that cue ball. You don't want to be there. That is the worst place you want to be. And I don't know whether this will be the right score that we're seeing here at the end, because I have no idea what situation my game is in, whether I'm out of sync. I have no clue. We'll just have to go with what we see. But I'll tell you what, Mooncake's got trouble. Oh dear. He's got to play this pocket weight and rub the 9. Unless he goes hell for leather and digs into this and plays a big draw stun to the rail. But, oh dear me, what do you do here? If you rub the 9, I think you're okay. If you play it pocket weight and rub the 9, you're pushing the 9 out of the way. You've got to trust your instincts here. He's going for the big heave-ho by the look of it. What a shot. He's got a rub in the 9. He's perfect in the 8. He can steal a little angle just to get around the corner and come up. What a finish to this match. This has been a right puzzle as far as the way VP4's been going. But Mooncake is going to get over the line. What a result. I don't know. I mean, it was so he missed the 4 in the second time because of the server loading the game. He was bolt straight in the 5. He'll be gutted at that. He will be well pissed at that, because if I'm seeing what SBD saw, he was bolt straight in the 5. He'd already potted the 4. Then when everything reloaded, he was potting the 4 and missed it. What a strange finish to that match. What a strange finish. But what a result for Mooncake. He was not the favourite. Battled all the way. And somehow or other, with VP4 sort of hanging in its last legs, He's got over the line. A great result for Mooncake. And, right, let's see if we can get this thing to load. There we go. Quick reminder, folks, we have got the one match left to see who gets to the hot seat with Cobra. It's Bedhead Inspector Dawn on Wednesday evening at 8:30. Be there or be square, as they say. Quick look at the one loss side bracket. There's Mooncake. The bad news for Mooncake is another obstacle in Albanario's path. He is going to have to be good in that match. And if he can hold it together, he can give Albanario a game. He's not going to be favourite again, but what does that matter? He wasn't favourite tonight, I don't think. But he's came through. But it's a tall order against Albanario. So that's where we are. I hope you enjoyed it, folks. Thanks for the likes. Great result for Mooncake. Strange things happening in VP4 for me. I don't know what the hell was happening your end, but my game is all to pot. It's up shit creek well and truly, with getting booted to the lobby twice and then not being able to get into the bloody room, panicking because I might have missed the final rack. Got there eventually. Right, that is it, folks. I'm off to watch the World Cup final. I'll see you again very soon. Take care, good night, and remember, we'll see you on Wednesday night for that big match-up. Till then, I'm out.
Good night, ladies.
What a fantastic play! Absolutely incredible. What a fantastic play! Absolutely incredible.
Welcome to VP4 TV. We have live streams from all the major championships held in VP4 online. On many occasions, I'm also joined in the commentary booth by virtual pool game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka 9ball.com, aka Hugh.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.